Hey guys, I am back and this time I am painting Charlotte's teacup. I love this teacup. It's feminine but has a super strong gold handle that even has little like thorns on it. I think it's so cool. You can see a sneak peek in the back. As usual, I start with my 3-grid method to sketch out the cup, and this one had lots of scallops on the cup and on the saucer. So I'm just going through, measuring carefully, trying to make it look as accurate as possible, and making adjustments here and there for little lines I didn't like, if it's not curved enough or it's not straight enough. But once I get it all figured out, I go ahead and start on the largest part of the cup, as usual, because honestly, it's the easiest part to start on. If you can get that done, then you're doing good. So this cup had so many colors in it. The light being shown on the cup was yellow light. Then there was a reflection from the saucer that was pink, and it had a shadow, and I used some blue in the shadow, and it wound up coming out more blue than I liked. So here you actually see me the next day kind of going in and color correcting, but it didn't work enough, so I'm actually going to color correct more on the next day. But at the very bottom of the cup, you can see there's a gold reflection from the bottom of the cup, which I think is really cool that that shows up in there. And the same thing happened with the saucer. The pink that's inside the saucer had a yellowish hue in some areas, and then the shadow from the actual teacup was purple. And in the bottom of this saucer, I had another issue because I think I used too much yellow, and when it dried, it came out very yellowy. So this is the day I went back and repainted the main part of the cup and that bottom part underneath. And then I was able to go in and put in the lips so that it looks like a 3D object. And then I started on the flowers. For whatever reason, these weren't so intimidating like the last one, because they're not just in the middle of everything. But I still did the diluted paint to kind of sketch where they are, and then go back in and fill everything in with darker paint, more solid colors. And then I start on the bottom. I add the shadow on the left, which is a cast shadow from the light coming in on the right, of course. And then there's just like a solid object shadow that's on the left side. I almost got it mixed up. But once I get that all painted in the way I want it, I start on the background. And I start with kind of a light grayish color and then start adding brown for this one, which when it finished, I loved how this one turned out. Then I get to start on the fun part. You know what it is. It's the gold accents, and this one you could actually see the back of the cup in gold from the top, which was really cool. And then it had a nice gold stripe around the middle and around the saucer, and once I got those in and added the highlights and a bit of the lowlights, putting in the darks, I got to start on the handle, which is solid gold. And let me tell you, I did not realize what I would be getting myself into when I chose this cup with a solid gold handle. But I do think it's really cool to notice that right here at this point with the shadows and the highlights, it looks really like gold. And I absolutely love how it turned out. I think it's so pretty. And I love that you can see the pink reflection on the cup, and you can tell there's a reflection on the handle. So this is Charlotte's teacup, and I hope you like how it turned out. Thanks, guys.